everyone, my name is Masud. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can source direct-to-vendor off-market properties just by using Facebook ads. Now, there are traditionally a number of ways that you can find off-market properties. Simply by posting a leaflet or word of mouth, or posting an ad in a newspaper, or even having a good relationship with an estate agent for them to give you a very early viewing on a house that hasn't come on the market yet. These are all things which people have traditionally done, but I haven't ever come across anyone who's actually using Facebook ads successfully to source an off-market property. In today's video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my campaign, the actual copy that I used, and the results of the campaign that I sort of tested for myself. So I didn't spend that much money, by the way, on Facebook. I'll give you guys a little bit of a summary of how Facebook works. So Facebook ads are really good, but there's a few caveats to actually doing them. So you either need a big ad spend, or you need a lot of data. Facebook works the best when when you give it the more data you give it, the better it works. So the way to actually optimize your ads is to have a lot of money or a lot of data. So if you don't have one of the other, one of those two that I mentioned has to sacrifice for the other. So usually, in a lot of cases, people don't have a lot of data, like email lists, names, numbers, addresses, to plug into Facebook and allow Facebook to basically use that data and find people very similar to that. Usually people don't have that. You know, we're not like big businesses. We don't have a database. We don't have a CRM. Unless we are those established companies, we can do that. But if you're like myself, trying to find leads, you probably don't have that data. So you need to spend a lot of money. Now, I'm going to be talking you through my results. So let's head over to my laptop and I'll give you guys a brief explanation of everything, and hopefully it helps you out. Let's go. Alright guys, so we are on my laptop now. I'm just in my ads manager. Now what I'll do is I'll actually just go into the campaign that I ran. I ran two campaigns. I'll be honest, I didn't spend that much money because I didn't have that much cash to actually burn. One of the things about Facebook is, if you want to learn how to run ads, you need a lot of money to burn. And the only way that I kind of like picked it up is by managing other people's advertising, or other people's Facebook ad campaigns. I was actually doing this for a few physiotherapy and chiropractic clients, and that's really the only way that I kind of understood how it worked. But if I just show you the actual ad that I made. So it was a carousel ad, if it loads. So it was a carousel ad, and I basically put the ad up explaining that who I was, what I was after, and what I was willing to give to people to find me these sort of rundown houses. I'm going to try and get a preview up so I can show you the actual ad. Okay, so now that we have the actual ad, if I just show you my copy, I've just said, hey West London, try to keep it informal, as I found that works the best in terms of copy. Because I'm also doing this from my personal page, so I'm not doing it from a business page, and people can see that it's from a person. Therefore, they're more likely to respond. I believe anyway. Um, so anyway, hey West London, my name is Masud. I am on the lookout for houses which are in bad condition and need some tender loving care, like in the pictures below. Overgrown gardens, broken windows, boarded up doors are exactly what I'm after. I am able to buy with cash and I can move quickly. I do understand that people may have recently been through a rough time, so I'd like to create a win-win opportunity. If I successfully complete on your recommendation, I will pay a £1,000 cash referral fee. Please fill in the form with your details or message me to get in touch. Thank you. Now, this was a lead form objective in terms of the actual setup. The actual pictures are all pictures of houses which I have found within the London area that need like work and are generally like run down. In the actual small text, I'd put a little bit of emphasis on the actual price, like the cash figure, £1,000, just to bring a little bit of a wow factor. Um, I believe that has worked for me in the past, even though some people may not like the actual, in your face of emoji. I think that it sort of gets attention. Um, anyway, so yeah, and when people actually click on learn more, they will actually be taken to the next step of the form, um, which if I show you all of the leads that I've sort of collected from that form, forms library. So direct to vendor preview. I I believe this was the form that I made. It was a couple of months ago, but so yeah, the next thing that they would come across was a property referral. Please fill out the form. Fill out the form, and I'll give you a call back to discuss your referral. So after they would fill in their details, um, uh, I, I would generally give them a call back and see if I can, you know, see if they can give me a little bit more information about what they found. I've tried to ask a few qualifying questions as well, as previously I did put this ad up, and I guess because I didn't have any data to work with prior to doing the campaign, as I say, I didn't have like email lists of sellers or like an estate agent would perhaps email data of people who are selling their house. I didn't have that, so it was a cold campaign, and I just generally put some money, spent about £100. Let me just check how much I actually spent. Um, so yeah, I mean, I put the budget as $10 daily. It's really not that much. Results: 42 leads. I'll show you the actual quality of the leads in a second. But yeah, as I say, I really didn't spend that much, and I did it in August. 67, so you can see $66, which is literally nothing in terms of actually running Facebook ads, if I'm honest, in my experience. Um, but yeah, these are the qualifying questions. Is the property in bad condition? Yes or no? Do you know the address? Do you know the owner? These are the things that I need to know to be able to make a move, really. So once they had filled that in, let me just see if I can get the leads up. I did get a number of people responding. One sec. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna scroll down. Actually, I will, but Basically, I asked for their name, email, phone, and that will be enough for me to contact them. Now, a lot of these people, I think, out of the like 50 leads that I sort of managed to get from this small campaign that I did, um, I'd say 90% of them clicked on the ad by accident or were not interested in what I had to actually say. When I followed up with the actual call, I called like each of these people up, and I said, "Thank you for say hey Piet, my name is Masud. Thanks for clicking on my ad the other day. Um, can you just can you tell me a little bit more about what you found in terms of the actual property? Because that's what the ad was for. I was looking for these kind of houses, and a lot of them thought that I was actually offering a house to let or to rent. That's why they clicked on the ad. So a lot of them clicked on it by accident. So even though I did successfully generate leads, a lot of them weren't. Basically, the quality of those leads weren't up to scratch. They were kind of rubbish. And uh, outside of those 90%, there was about two or three people which I called who I'm still in touch with, and they continue to find me properties within their area. So they just send me pictures and of like rundown houses wherever they are in London. And my job is generally just to follow up. So they basically just send me the picture and the address. And to be honest, I would say that this campaign was successful because even I got basically two or three people working for me to do this instead of me going out and doing it on my own and spending a lot of time and energy and effort. These people are actually doing it for me. So to be honest, in my eyes, that's a successful ad. But if I was to do it again, I'd probably run it for longer. I'd test out a few more creatives. I'd spend a lot more money on it. And if I could, I'd also use a data. I'd use previous data if I had any data to work with. I'd probably make like some sort of lookalike audience from the data if I have enough. And then yeah, just make like a campaign. I think that would work generally. Another lead gen campaign within my sort of area, and that would work well. So yeah, those were my results, guys. I hope you took something from this campaign. If you had any questions, feel free to jot them down below, and I'm happy to answer them. Apart from that, make sure to stay tuned, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So, take care.